Hi there, I'm Shahy and welcome to English with Shahy. Yes, I changed it because I think it has a better ring to it. I know it's been some time since I posted on YouTube, but the thing is, if you really want to know, I can tell you. There's been lots of things that have been happening at home and in my life in general, and I haven't been able to post a long video, but I posted some short videos on Instagram, and if you're interested, and I know you are, have a look at the link below. But today we are looking at how you can improve your English. You want that, right? I know you do, because I had a request for it from somebody called Mohammed, a friend of mine. So let's begin. First, we're going to have a look at how to improve your pronunciation. Improving your pronunciation can be tricky, but there is a simple way that you can use. Okay, so number one, what you do is you pick which accent you like. Maybe you like the American one, maybe you like the British one. Number two is find audiobooks. For example, you like the way I speak. So what you do is you listen to my audiobooks and you pick the ones you like, the ones that you are interested in. There are some really nice ones on there. Okay, so number one, what you do is you click on it and you find the book that you want. You start listening. Okay, this is what the word sounds like. For example, you listen to one paragraph. Okay, and then after that, you pause it. Okay, then you go back to it and listen to it again. But this time you stop and you repeat. So for example, there's the book that I read. It's called Matilda. So I'm going to give you a demo of what you should do. So number one, the chapter one is reader of book. So let's read the first paragraph. For example, you're listening. Okay, the reader of books. It's the funny thing about mothers and fathers, even when their own child is the most disgusting little blister you could ever imagine, they still think that he or she is wonderful. Okay, so how would you repeat this? This is what you would do. You have to exaggerate when you are learning. So you've gone onto my audiobook and you're listening, and now you need to repeat. So you say, the reader of books. It's a funny thing about mothers and fathers. Even when their own child is the most disgusting little blister you could ever imagine, they still think he or she is wonderful. Sounds like hard work, but if you keep doing that, I know if somebody hears you, they might think you're silly, but who cares what anybody thinks? The most important thing is that you are learning and you are improving. So you should do this. Let's go through the steps again. So number one, you pick the accent. Number two, the audiobook and the speaker. And number three, you listen. And number four, you listen and you repeat in an exaggerated way. This will help you with your pronunciation because you will be listening. And when you speak loudly, when you repeat loudly, your brain will register and it will be easier for you to pronounce. Okay, so point number two that we're doing. If you found this tip helpful, make sure you give it a big like and let me know which audiobook you are listening to at the moment. Which one do you really like? Tip number two is for vocabulary. So when you're learning vocabulary, what you need to do is when you're reading, right? When you come across a word that you don't know, make sure you look it up. Okay? You can look it up in your phone. You can look it up in the dictionary. Number two, what you can do is you can write the word down and highlight it like I've done in my book. Okay? This is my Arabic learning book. So what I've done is I've written a sentence down with a word. Then I've colored it in and then I've written it in English. So what you can do is you can write it in English and then put a translation in your own language. That way you know what the word means. And then after that, to make sure that you remember what the word means, you need to write an example that's funny or silly or odd. Okay? If it is a normal everyday sentence, then you will not remember it. Okay? For example, if you say he was walking to school and he tripped over his shoelaces. Or if you say he was running to school and he tripped over his shoelaces and bounced into the head teacher. Okay. So this one is more silly and you will remember it more. If you can think of silly examples that you used to remember a word, then put it underneath. I would love to know what kind of sentences you've got. So that's how to remember vocabulary, okay? Which will also help you with your writing. So the first one we looked at was pronunciation, which will also help you with your listening skills. And this one is vocabulary, which is also going to help you with your writing. You want that, don't you? You want to do something that's going to help you in more than one area. So the next one we're going to look at today is writing. How can you improve your writing or start to write? Maybe you are afraid to write, and this is normal for any language learning process. So what you do is, if you're not writing at all, you should start with short sentences, okay, simple sentences, and then you can write things about your life, your day. Maybe you should keep a diary, okay, that you write in. So maybe it's a small notebook like mine. Actually, I just write things in my book. It's not a diary, but I write things in. So, for example, at the end of the day, or you can write, today I did this, or today was a lovely day, today somebody came, I met my friend, I had a good time, I don't like this person, oh, I was so happy, I didn't feel good today, I did feel good today. And you know, another way to help you write better is to read more. When I was at university, we had to write in an academic way. And in the beginning, I wasn't very good. But then afterwards, I read more books on the subject area and I got better at writing. And this is what you have to do. This happens to native speakers as well. So don't think, oh, I'm a learner, it's only happening to me. Native speakers know how to write. No, there are many native speakers who are very, very bad at writing. So don't think it's just a challenge for you. It's for everybody. You're not alone, which means you're not the only one it's happening to. Okay, so read more. Read things that you enjoy, okay? If you force yourself to read something you don't like, you might not enjoy and you might not learn, but read something, if it's in your subject area, it's something that you enjoy, something that's funny. So yes, and then write the sentences down that you like and use them in your own writing. This will help you with your writing, with your reading, and it will increase your vocabulary also. And you will know how to use the vocabulary because you will see in a sentence. The other thing about vocabulary is, don't just pick words. Make sure they are in a sentence when you learn them so you know what it means and how it's used. Some people, they learn long lists of vocabulary and the next time they forget it. The only way you can learn and remember is you revise, you revisit the information. Otherwise, you're going to forget. That's how most brains operate. But some people, they are superhuman, but so make sure you write a story. So let's recap. So the first one was listen to audiobooks and repeat. And listen, repeat, exaggerate the pronunciation. Okay, the next one is vocabulary. Don't make lists of vocabulary. Write the sentence down and write the meaning down in your language, but don't use alphabet from Arabic and write chair. Don't use the Arabic letters to write the English word because that's incorrect. Because you can't say Pepsi in English. You would end up writing Bebsi, which is try to learn the sounds of the English alphabet and use English letters. And then the meaning you can write in your own language. And for writing, start with small sentences, and then afterwards you can increase, read more, okay? And if you are able to talk to other people, there are so many non-native speakers who know how to English and they can communicate really well in English. Next time, we will have a look at how to speak better, and I will also share some apps with you to help you with your learning. How about that? I'm sure. Okay, so make sure you say hello to me when you see me on Hello Talk or on Instagram. I put the link below, so make sure you check it out and connect with me there if you're not already. Make sure you hit the like button before you close that window. Check out my other videos. Like, share and subscribe if you didn't already for some awesome videos and English with Shahy, okay? And see you soon, I promise. So take care, keep connected, and see you soon. Bye for now.